Casting from Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria.
From the great city of Ibadan, your number one online radio station. We are the voice of Oyo State. Aloore Radio.
Iṣẹ́ lóògùn iṣẹ́, ọ̀rẹ́ mi ò múra síṣẹ́, tòróhùn mo bá fòun níṣẹ́, dandan ni.
Ibadan Vocational College, a private co-educational school where craftsmen and women are trained and empowered, presents a 30 minutes program tagged Skillful Hands on Aloore Radio of the Ministry of Information and Orientation, Ibadan. On Skillful Hands, there will be training, talks, and empowerment for students in secondary schools, higher institutions, graduates, and unemployed. It is an opportunity for these classes of people to acquire vocational training on courses such as painting, bricklaying, tiling, plumbing, and many more. To be a part of this program, join the founder, Ibadan Vocational College, Taiwo Adeyemo, and a co-presenter, Leroy Odedele, every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube at Aloore Radio. Skillful Hands every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Aloore Radio. It promises to be impactful.
Òkèrè ẹ̀ lọ́la, ohun tó máa jẹ́ láyé dánwò rẹ̀ ọmọ máma yan ìyànkúyàn o.
Ọmọ mi, màmá yan ìyànkúyàn.
Ohun tó máa jẹ́ láyé dánwò rẹ̀ ọmọ máma yan ìyànkúyàn o.
Ọmọ mi, màmá yan ìyànkúyàn.
Afternoon, viewers at home. Good morning if you're watching us from the US or if you're not in Africa or Europe. The program once more is Skillful Hands. We're here again today, live and direct on Aloore Radio. We like to just say thank you to the Executive Governor for your state and also to the Commissioner for Information and Orientation. And of course, our studio hand here in Aloore Radio Station. They have been wonderful to us. Today we're having something extra special. I call it double bank. Yeah, we have in the studio with us today. It's also a rare privilege. We have here the director, if I'm going to use that word, of JPEG. He's going to tell us what JPEG is all about when I introduce him. And also we have also a beneficiary of JPEG. When we go more into the program, you will understand what I'm talking about. The program once more is Skillful Hands, sponsored by Ibadan Vocational College. Of course, you know, with Skillful Hands, you name it and we train it. I call him FOD. He's going to do justice to introduce himself. You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Leroy. They call me FOD, F for Femi, and OD for Oluwalope Daniels, the initials of my name. I'll just go straight away into what JPEG is all about. JPEG is an acronym for Job Procurement, Entrepreneurial and Economic Development Group. We, JPEG, is about development of youth, development of employable young adults. But we have a vision, and I'm just going to go straight away into what the vision of JPEG is. Like I said, JPEG is Job Procurement, Entrepreneurial and Economic Empowerment Group. We are domiciled in New Covenant Church, Agodi Center, in Ibadan here. The vision of JPEG is very straightforward. The group is to actively empower individuals for gainful corporate or self-employment, while its mission is to mitigate unemployment and alleviate poverty amongst individuals and in society and the community in which we are. And we do this through exposure of hidden and latent opportunities, entrepreneurial development, and skills training. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Femi Oluwalope Daniel, popularly known as FOD. Now, JPEG. I'm sure viewers at home, you now know what JPEG is all about. And you might be wondering, how come we have someone else in the studio with us today? I will like her to introduce herself briefly. Like I said earlier, she actually is a beneficiary of JPEG, which is being directed by Mr. Femi FOD. So, young lady, can we meet you, please?
Thank you very much, sir. My name is Emanuela Killian, and I'm popularly known as Kella. I'm an A-level student hoping to study medicine, and I'm also an artist. And art has been a form of self-expression for a lot of individuals, and I have driven into art from a very young age because I didn't have to go through extra training since it was an inner talent. And art has just been a way of self-expression, like I stated earlier. And there are various forms of expressing yourself through various media. And my medium of artistry is with pencils, and I do portrait drawing. And through this, I've been able to generate good income. Now, JPEG, how did I benefit from JPEG? Last year, 2023, JPEG had an exhibition, 11th of November, and I happened to be one of the people exhibiting my artworks. And through this, I was able to meet with the Commissioner of Oyo State and other individuals, and I learned new marketing strategies. So yes, this was a way I benefited from JPEG.
Okay, so Skillfull Hands is the program, and I'm sure viewers at home, you can pick one thing or the other from what Emanuela just said. She met with a commissioner for information and orientation. What did you do with the commissioner when you met with him?
I exchanged contacts and I gave him a picture because I drew him.
Right, and then did you get some money from him?
It's not to be disclosed.
All right. Well, the reason why I'm saying this is just to bring in what JPEG has been able to do with this young lady on Skillfull Hands. So, FOD, I will be coming back to you now.
Okay.
Can you tell us how viewers at home who are interested in, okay, how do I be a part of JPEG? What do I stand to benefit? How do I come into JPEG?
Okay. JPEG runs a number of programs on an annual basis from time to time, and I'll just give you a rundown very briefly what we do, making reference to what we've done in the past. Last year, we did something called Rolling in the Dough for children between the ages of 4 and 12. Fantastic program. They were exposed to work in pastry, catering, pastry, and the young children learned how to do something with their own hands. And apart from that, they also learned how to sell those. In fact, they went ahead and sold, and of course, they wanted to spend the money immediately, but we had to show them the principles of delayed gratification, that you cannot just get money and spend it immediately. So we help them to understand business right from the onset. And we do a number of other programs too that I know allow people to be empowered, to have skills, to be able to be employable in society, and especially the youth of these days. We focus on how we can empower them. And of course, at the end of each year, we have an annual program, what Emanuela has been making reference to, where we have an expo, and we are coming up for the one in 2024. We'll also be coming up in November this year, where trades, whatever you can do, whether you are into art, music, whatever you are into, you can come around and do an expo. You tell us and you make an exhibition, so to speak, on what you do. So we bring in people from all over the country, as well as, of course, focusing on Ibadan. So it's a very good exposure for our youths with latent and hidden talents.
Thank you very much, FOD. I will be going back to Emanuela now. If I heard you right, you said you are an A-level student with the aim of going for medicine. So it tells me something. When we started Skillfull Hands, we made mention of the fact that you don't have to wait until you get into the university before you actually make use of your skills. What can you, as an individual, what advice can you give to other people, viewers at home that are watching you?
Okay, I would say young people and older people should explore the world. The world has so much opportunities, and you also have so much to give, because each and every individual has one or two or more talents in you. And education is very good, but it's not just enough. Sometimes where you're going to go to in life that's going to be maybe your peak may not be your education that took you there. It could be the one or two skills you have or the talents you've really worked on that will take you there. So I would say explore the world, explore your options.
That's very interesting. So, FOD, I'll come back to you now on this. We have, I would say, like 3 stakeholders out there that are listening to us, that are viewing. What advice do you have for them as far as getting into using your skill is concerned?
Well, I will say that this is a very great program, Skillful Hands. We are collaborating with Ibadan Vocational College to do this. And what we will say, first of all, to the stakeholders, and I want to say this to people who have capacity to support, right. And I think they should do that. Ibadan Vocational College goes out into the streets and bring people, young children, in and trains them. And of course, whatever we do needs money. And so we see this as a very great opportunity for people to partner with Ibadan Vocational College in terms of financing the education of these people. For us in JPEG, we will continually give that platform for training, vocational training. Where we are domiciled, we have the opportunity to do that effectively. Right. And yes, that's what we are all about. And we are very happy to also collaborate with you as Aloore Radio because you have this massive opportunity to put us on air and for a lot of people to hear about us. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So back to the beneficiary. Can you tell people about what you've done so far? Let me just let this into the air. She is a CEO, by the way. Can you just say something on that line? Thank you.
Okay, I really started drawing, like I stated earlier, from a very young age, and since it was an inborn talent, it wasn't hard to work upon it. Then I started by selling some of my artworks. It wasn't necessarily drawings. When I was in secondary school, I first started by selling complimentary cards, like birthday cards, well wishes cards, to some of my mates and other individuals that would patronize me. And then I moved on to actually selling some of my drawings. Initially, I didn't want to because they were so fine. I didn't want to let go of them. Right. But then later on, I realized that yes, I am sharing my talent with the world. And through this and the expo that JPEG has given me, I was able to draw an advertising, pictures for a launching of an app. And then I also went on to drawing for other individuals. And yes, it has been great, fantastic.
You mentioned something about an app there. Can you elaborate more on that so that viewers at home can know that, you see, being skillful with your talent goes a long way?
I'm not really sure if the app is already launched, but
right.
It's supposed to be a dating app.
Right.
On Google Play Store.
Okay.
Yes.
And all these came about by the fact that you put your skills to work, right?
Yes.
Right. That's interesting. So the program once more is Skillful Hands, sponsored by Ibadan Vocational College. We have here in the studio today the director of JPEG. FOD, as we're rounding up, I still want you to say one or two things how people can actually reach you, because people were wondering, okay, yeah, FOD or JPEG, is it only about skills? You said something about entrepreneur, you said something about job, you said something about empowerment. Can you just touch briefly on those aspects, please? Thank you.
Yes, again, I will want to mention what we've done in the past so that we know where we're coming from.
Right.
We've done training for people in mechanical engineering. We've done training for people in automobile engineering, as well as hospitality, show a lot of employable housewives, women, how to do things like fried rice, tell me about it, very good food, some nice salads. And we do that in our premises, like I said to you. So on the premises at New Covenant Church, Agodi Center. That's where you can meet up with me. It's very easy. Get to that place and you ask for FOD. Everybody knows FOD. My number is 0806 837 6198. And I will repeat that again. 0806 837 6198. Somebody might ask, do you charge for all these things that we do? We do not charge. It's free. You come right in, and then if there is anything that requires payment, of course you'll be advised, but it's going to be totally affordable. We're not looking at charging people for our services. When we do the expos, you might probably just get a subsidized stand, where you can showcase what you do. That's what we are looking at. We are here to empower people, and we believe that Skillfull Hands is one of those avenues that we can use to get people empowered. Get to know us more, and you'll get to know what we offer to the community and society.
Thank you very much.
For example, on the 8th and 9th of April at St. Louis College, it's a girls' school here in Ibadan.
Right.
We will be involved in the training in hospitality how to be a hostess, how to be how to serve food and drinks, how to meet people, get to know what is etiquettes that are required.
Right.
And it's one of the outreaches that we do as part of our engagement with society. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I really appreciate that, FOD. So, like FOD said, there's a program coming up on the 8th and 9th of April. That's in St. Louis, Mokola, Ibadan, I believe so. If you want to have more detail there, you can actually give us a phone call. You can send a message to the rector of Ibadan Vocational College. She has details about that program coming up. I'm sure you won't want to miss it. Before we round up on this program, I know there's something that our the beneficiary from JPEG, would like to say as a piece of advice to people your age group, because people will be, oh no, I'm going to study medicine. I don't think I should just focus on medicine. I mean, to me, it's an encouragement that you're studying, you're studying for medicine, right? You're having your A levels, and then you're using your skill. Can you throw something like a challenge, a kind of an opportunity that people stand to gain if they use their skill right?
Well, if you use your skill right and you put it into good work and use it good, the end result is really, really beneficial to you and to people around you. I mean, using your skills is also creating employment for other people out there. You could one day generate a form of employment for younger people, and this will not just only benefit you.
Right.
I mean, you're getting income, but other people are seeing something to do. And yes, there will be people that will criticize you one here and the other, but I will tell you to stand strong. I mean, this is something you're driven at and good at. You will come out successfully.
Yeah, thank you very much, Emanuela. I would like to repeat, the program is coming up on the 8th and the 9th of April. It's going to be in St. Louis Grammar School, Mokola, Ibadan. For information, please call this number 081 651-07378. I'm going to repeat it again. That's the Rector for Ibadan Vocational College. The number to call is 081-651-07378 to be a part of the program coming up on the 8th and 9th at St. Leo Grammar School, Mokola, Ibadan. We will be going off shortly, but before we do that, the man behind JPEG, the name, I mean, to me, it sounds pretty nice, and I would just like, in a minute or two, what do you have to say as far as the area of skill is concerned? Because, we have been talking about one part, you're talking about another part now. What advice do you have for especially parents? Let me zoom in on that.
Yes, thank you very much. That's a very good question. Skills is about passion. I think I would like to say to the parents that allow children, youths especially, to follow their passion. Emanuela is a good case.
Right.
Student of medicine.
Right.
Her passion is art. So allow children to follow their passion. I don't have a problem with somebody reading law or medicine or whatever, but if they want to learn how to cook,
right,
and you will see it in them, when mom is in the kitchen, they are always around there, although they might taste dodo or something here and there, or they participate in what's going on in the kitchen. Even if they are male children, don't say a particular food or particular something is for male or female. While we have female pilots today, we also have male cooks, and they become celebrity cooks. So allow the children to follow their passion. Skills from JPEG, we are there to empower. We are there to provide a platform where people can receive training, where they can have entrepreneurial mentoring and development. And we are there, and we believe that as we do that, all things will work out well. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. I will say that again for us here in Skillfull Hand at Ibadan Vocational College and Aloore Radio. We're really, really very happy to have you with us. I'm sure viewers at home will have gained quite a handful of things from what we've heard so far. When you were talking about passion the other time, I could see Emanuela shaking her head. Are you saying to us, Emanuela, that apart from the arts, there's something else about passion that is jumping in your tummy?
Well, actually, sometimes I know some people tend to confuse what their passion is with what they're doing. They may think what they're doing is their passion, and then sometimes they may actually have passion other than what they're doing, and they may feel that what they're doing, they shouldn't be doing it. And I've also had sometimes controversies in my head and from other people. Killian, hello, you like drawing and you're studying medicine, you're studying for medicine, you're a science student. But I would tell you, really, it's workable, it's practicable, it's doable.
Thank you very much. Yeah, because I know viewers at home, and then especially parents. There's a tendency that I don't want him or her distracted and all these things. You've heard from Emanuela, you've heard from FOD. So viewers at home, I will believe that you'll agree with me that it's been a very interesting one. I would like to especially thank, first of all, the Executive Governor of your state for giving us this platform, and then our studio hands. We appreciate you greatly. You've been wonderful. And FOD, thanks for coming. We want to believe that when next we extend our invitation to you, you will gladly oblige us.
Absolutely.
All right. And Killian, Emanuela, I know people will be wanting to get in touch with you. I'm sure if they do that through the rector of Ibadan Vocational College, you'll be able to get across to you. So ladies and gentlemen, viewers at home, a Skillfull Hands sponsored by Ibadan Vocational College. Thank you for staying with us. Tune in next week, 2:30 to 3, same time. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you very much. Bye.
A private school educational school. Ibadan Vocational College, a private school educational school where craftsmen and women are trained and empowered, present a 30-minute program tagged Skillful Hands on Aloore Radio of the Ministry of Information and Orientation, Ibadan. On Skillful Hands, there will be training, talks, and empowerment for students in secondary schools, higher institutions, graduates, and unemployed. It is an opportunity for these classes of people to acquire vocational training on courses such as painting, bricklaying, tiling, plumbing, and many more. To be a part of this program, join the founder, Ibadan Vocational College, Taiwo Adeyemo, and a co-presenter, Leroy Odedele, every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube at Aloore Radio. Skillful Hands every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Aloore Radio. It promises to be impactful.